In 2020, scientists discovered something impossible in the ocean depths. Off Australia, a creature longer than a blue whale, longer than any animal ever recorded in human history. This is the story of the Siphonophore, a 400-foot colonial nightmare that has haunted Earth's oceans for over 500 million years. The darkness isn't empty. It's not silent. It's a thick, nearly tactile void, a place where light goes to die and pressure would crush a human like glass. Imagine plunging into an ocean so deep that sunlight never lingers here, and the only sound you hear is the distant hum of your own heartbeat. This is the abyss, the realm of the unfathomable, the birthplace of a primordial colossus that defies everything we think we know about life on Earth. In this eternal midnight, a creature drifts, not merely alive, but vast, alien, and haunting beyond imagination. This is the story of the Siphonophore string of horror colossus. Scientists aboard an expedition vessel off the remote coast of Western Australia never expected what they would see. Their submarine cameras dropped into the abyss came back with footage of what looked like a long, ghostly thread, a silent, flowing spiral drifting in the black waters. It was organic, alive, and astonishingly long, a living streak of life twisting like luminous cosmic silk in the dark sea. At first, they thought it might be debris, that it pulsed, a slow, deliberate, rhythmic beat that could only be one thing. This was life, but not like anything anyone had ever documented before. Deep-sea siphonophores are already strange, organisms that blur the line between individual and colony. Unlike most creatures, siphonophores aren't a single animal, but a complex community of specialized parts, called zooids, fuse into a single functional being. These zooids are genetically identical, but each plays a unique role. Some catch prey, others digest it, others swim, and still others reproduce. None could survive on its own, and yet together they form one of the most exquisite biological structures in the oceans. But the string of horror isn't just another siphonophore. It is, by all accounts, a colossus among giants. While most siphonophores measure small fractions of its length, this gargantuan form has been estimated to stretch as long as a blue whale is long and beyond. Footage and measurements suggest lengths potentially exceeding 45 meters, 150 feet, or more, which would make it one of the longest living organisms ever recorded on Earth, surpassing even the famed lion's mane jellyfish. To understand String of Horror, we must first understand the deep sea it calls home. The deep sea is not a barren wasteland. It is a world apart, a hidden continent beneath the waves where adaptations reach their wildest extremes. Here, sunlight is a rumor. At depths past 1,000 meters, the pressure is hundreds of times greater than at the surface, capable of crushing metal and bone alike. Temperatures hover near freezing. Food is scarce, and yet life not only persists, it thrives. Within this immense pressure cooker of darkness, evolution has spun forms of life that seem to belong elsewhere, to alien oceans around distant moons, or to nightmares whispered in science fiction. This is the world that forged the String of Horror. Biologists trace siphonophore ancestry deep into Earth's evolutionary past. Their broader lineage, the phylum Cnidaria, dates back hundreds of millions of years. Ancient cousins to corals, sea anemones, and jellyfish, surviving mass extinctions that erased entire ecosystems. Colonies like siphonophores prove that sometimes cooperation and specialization triumph over individual strength in the face of adversity. They are living mosaics that have endured because they adapt in ways most organisms cannot. Picture the String of Horror as a drifting tapestry of life, a gelatinous ribbon, as thin as a broom handle, yet unbroken across tens of meters, pulsing faintly like a pale heartbeat in the gloom. Closed to sunlight and cloaked in a cloak of velvet darkness, its body glows with bioluminescent signals, flashes and flickers of ethereal green and blue that seem almost like distant stars in a subterranean cosmos. This glow isn't decoration. It's part of its survival strategy, a lure to mesmerize the curious, the unwary, the next meal. But what is the string of horror? At first glance, its form resembles little more than a serpentine filament, a glistening cord drifting in the deep. Yet each inch is alive with life, buzzing with microscopic activity. Thousands of zooids, each with a life of its own, cling to the central stem like jewels on a necklace, each performing its task in perfect harmony. Some of these specialized zooids are tentacles, lined with cnidocytes, microscopic stinging cells that paralyze prey with lethal efficiency. Others are digestive chambers, processing food that the hunters snag. Still others are reproductive units, ensuring the cycle of life continues even in the depths below. And woven into this assembly are swimming bell units, pulsating organs that slowly propel the colossus through the water, guiding it toward nutrient currents and away from danger. Scientists once believed siphonophores were fragile, delicate beings, easily torn apart and ill-suited for the high pressures of the deep ocean. But the discovery of near-gigantic specimens shattered that assumption. These creatures withstand hydrostatic forces that would obliterate unadapted life, their bodies streamlined and buoyant, their gelatinous tissues designed to endure what we cannot even imagine. To be fragile in the abyss doesn't mean weakness. It means flexibility and elegance of survival. When the ROV's lights first illuminated the string of horror, its tentacles unfurled like ghostly wings. The spectacle was surreal, a tangle of trailing threads that seemed to dance in slow motion, as though choreographed by invisible currents. Camera lenses captured the creature slowly coiling itself into a spiral, perhaps adopting a stance to maximize its hunting radius, a living net to ensnare whatever drifted into its lethal embrace. Bioluminescence, that eerie glow that suffuses so many deep-sea organisms, is more than mere spectacle. It's a language in the blackout of the abyss, a coded message of hunger, warning, and attraction. The string of horror uses light like a fisherman uses bait, drawing prey ever closer until they brush against its stinging tentacles. Nanometers from death, these tiny fish and crustaceans don't even perceive their danger. In the pitch black, a spark of light is a promise of food, not a trap. But how did such a creature evolve? To grasp that, we must rewind to Earth's distant past. Long before humans walked the land, before dinosaurs ruled the continents, Earth's oceans teemed with early life. The first multicellular organisms draped themselves across shallow reefs, filtering sunlight and nutrients. Some, like early cnidarians, developed primitive tentacles to capture food. Over eons, these early jelly-like beings branched into astounding diversity. Sessile polyps that anchored to sea floors, free-floating medusae that bobbed in the currents, and eventually communities of specialized clones that blurred the line between organism and colony. Siphonophores are among the most dramatic of these evolutionary experiments. Unlike jellyfish that drift alone, siphonophores embrace division of labor as their evolutionary answer to deep-sea survival. Instead of one body doing everything, siphonophores split those functions across thousands of tiny modules. Some parts focus entirely on hunting. Others focus on digestion, reproduction, and locomotion. This partitioning allowed siphonophores to expand their reach, to explore new depths, and to experiment with forms that no single organism could sustain. The result, in rare deep-sea giants, is something astonishing, a tapestry of life woven not on the surface, but in the crushing pressure and cold of Earth's final frontier. Unlike most animals that evolve by growing bigger parts, siphonophores grow by adding more parts. Their length isn't a stretch of flesh, but a parade of modules linked in sequence, like countless pearls threaded on a cosmic string. And the string of horror is the largest known symphony of these parts yet found. Expeditions to explore Earth's greatest depths are the closest we have to time travel. Scientists aboard research vessels like the Falcon deploy remotely operated vehicles that descend mile upon mile beneath the waves, capturing images of a world we otherwise would never see. These submarines are fragile lifelines, humming with light and life support as they feed back breathtaking footage of deep-sea ecology, illusions that seem straight out of science fiction. In the control room, researchers watched in awe as the string of horror drifted into view. Gasps echoed in hushed tones as the immense length unfolded on screen, undulating gently in the black currents. Even seasoned oceanographers, scientists who have seen bizarre deep-sea creatures before, were struck silent by the scale and elegance of this beast. They whispered about how much the ocean still holds secrets beyond our wildest expectations, and how little of the deep sea we truly understand. Scientists debate many questions about the Siphonophore giants. How fast do they grow? How old can they be? Could some individuals live for decades, steadily adding zooids over time like rings in a tree? What prey supports such a massive, slow-moving predator in a region where food is thin on the seafloor? These questions remind us that every discovery in the deep ocean is also an invitation to further mystery. Despite its terrifying name, the String of Horror, this creature is not malevolent. Its presence doesn't pretend doom. Rather, it reminds us of life's astounding adaptability. In a world of infinite darkness and crushing pressure, evolution crafted a being not merely to survive, but to excel, a flexible, glowing tapestry drifting through alien waters, feeding, reproducing, and fulfilling its role in the ecosystem. It is beauty and menace intertwined, a testament to nature's poetry and invention. The deep sea remains one of Earth's last unexplored frontiers. Every descent into the abyss uncovers new species, new behaviors, new puzzles. The Siphonophore String of Horror is not an endpoint. It is a chapter in an ongoing story of discovery and wonder. Perhaps someday we will learn how these giants influence nutrient cycles, or how their bioluminescent patterns communicate, or whether they interact with other deep-sea predators in ways we have yet to imagine. For now, the String of Horror continues its silent patrol through the dark seas, an eternal sentinel in a world few humans will ever witness. It is a reminder that our planet's oceans, covering over 70% of Earth, hold wonders beyond counting, beings that challenge our very definitions of life. And as long as humans keep exploring, that frontier will continue to surprise us. So the next time you gaze at the ocean's surface, remember the darkness beneath, a vast, hidden universe alive with forms that defy imagination. Among them drifts the String of Horror, a creature born of ancient evolution, sculpted by harsh extremes, and drifting forever in the deep, a fragile colossus of interconnected life, glowing faintly like a star in the ocean's endless night.